Y'all new place, who dis? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mad Pig and Matt here. So yeah, as you can tell, I got a new setting because recently, it's in the month that I didn't post anything, me and my wife recently got a house. So yeah, a lot of moving, not a lot of time for card games, and shenanigans. Also sold off a chunk of my collection because just wasn't investing too much. And yeah. Well, finally got to actually spend a weekend playing at locals, and in this case, I know I've been making a bunch of Pokemon videos recently, but there's content for that game is a lot harder to do than it is for Yu-Gi-Oh! And while it's fun, I just didn't want to go to a bunch of different cups while I'm moving and stuff, so I just decided to do the tried and true locals experience. And, you know, I didn't completely get rid of everything good with Yu-Gi-Oh! So I just decided to refocus a little bit back on some Yu-Gi-Ohs and, you know, play a deck that I'd picked up some structures from a friend of mine and just wanted to BS with, just kind of for funs. And I did. So yeah, we're going to quit the BS and show you guys roughly the deck I played this entire last weekend. Blue Eyes. Yeah, I know. You've seen a million profiles, but here's mine. I don't really have a tripod right now, because within the move I think I may have accidentally thrown both of the ones I had away. So you're going to have to deal with the overhead shot. So if all you want is the list, here you go. Now here's me explaining. So 2 copies of Big Daddy Blue Eyes himself. You don't need 3. Now you do need 3 copies of the Little White Boy and a Little White Woman. These 2 are great. You can add her or Effect Veiler. You know the jazz. She gets your True Light. I'm on a budget, so I played 2 copies of Neo Kaiser Seahorse. He's kind of an extender. There's one game where I used him to hard make a card in the extra deck you'll see in a bit. But otherwise, he's just kind of only here because I have no Primite options. And I might drop him, plus a few other cards to try out a different engine for next week. And if it does good, I'll profile it. Otherwise, Alright. And then 1 Mausoleum of Caucasian, 3 Wishes of For Eyes of Blue, 2 copies of Rory. This card's neat. 1 Bingo Machine Go. I just decided to put it in as another consistency card to get to stuff. True Light, Majesty. So there's your basic Blue Eyes core. That doesn't change a whole lot. None of the hand traps. Little Boy Magnemite. I should have played a Druid Swarm today, but I didn't. 3 Droll. 3 Effect Veiler that you can search with that guy. Triple Ash. Triple Wallows. If it makes you feel any better, this card kind of fucking sucked all day. So you kind of don't really need to play this. But it's best to have some of the mulch armies because depending on the scenario, there's decks that this is absolutely phenomenal against or decks that it's not. I just happen to play against a bunch of decks that it's not. Literally the best thing I did was synchro with it because I'd randomly normaled it just to have something to hit people with. Then Nabibu. Then I played 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence because somebody I knew needed one, so I just randomly took the one out of this deck and forgot to replace it. 1 Talent, and Crossout, and 1 Called By. You could say this is the New Age Trinity, but literally the only reason the Crossout's in here is because there's a fair amount of targets to hit with it. And coincidentally, when I played against the Mirror, because there was like 4 of them at the locals today. This is kind of a funny card. So yeah, there's a little quick overview of the main deck. Simple, solid, budget. Should be good for anybody looking to build it. You know, with the amount of reprints we've had. Now onto the extra deck. The extra, I played 3 copies of this Little White Boy. You don't need to do that. You can probably get away playing 2 Spheres. I might do that here on out. Little Knight, Lina. You could also play 3 copies of Spirit. It's really good. I tried this out. I actually hard made this. Drew 1 card. Did nothing. But you kind of can play it because these 2 plus it equal 8,300 damage. This terrible card. This guy was cool as hell. This guy's neat. I kind of didn't play these where I did the whole equip this and then made that with its effect. Instead, I just kind of hard fused for it a lot. And one Typhon. So yeah. That's the extra deck. Not showing you a sideboard because my sideboard was trash. I'm just going to throw in a quick thought because I did side. One day I mained it and one day I sided. These new cards from Alan, the little Regenesis cards. Dragon's Mine and Regenesis Dragon. Conceptually, I get it. They're fantastic. In practice, this card kind of sucks. Because you have to hard draw it. There's no searchable means to it. And what it does is basically act as a mediocre Solemn Judgment. So I don't think I'd even side this, to be honest with you. But if you have the Primite package and you can just kind of get... You have, you know, the added consistency to get to Blue Eyes or whatever, or coincidental synergistic monsters, then neat, you can try this and tell me I'm wrong, but with the version that I was playing, you know, as cheap as I am, yeah, this card kind of fucking sucks dick. This guy, I'm going to keep on the hope, or on the cope train with him, until eventually I decide that he's not very good, but like, conceptually, he's a lot better option than that. I think he at least has the level lining and the good stats, but I don't know. For anybody in the comments that tries to recommend these things, I did test them. I just did not like them. I liked him more than this, but that's still very so-so. There you have it, folks. Not a return to Yu-Gi-Oh! As much as deciding to get back and playing at locals because it's easier, cheaper, and, you know, has its charms. With my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile. Overall, deck's fun. Probably try it for just a little bit longer before I go to trying some other stuff. I haven't stopped playing Pokemon. We'll probably play other decks in that too, because there's something I have, but it's kind of a mixed bag, and I'm more looking for like a casual small deal than like going to cup to cup to cup, which I get it, prize support and all that, but I'm a simple man. I got a finite amount of time. I just want to relax and have some fun. But yeah, if you like what you see, tell me what you think down below, all that jazz. And yeah, this is Meh, Pig and Meh, signing out.